Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. We're returning today with a really big episode where we will face Roma in the Champions League quarter-finals. Of course, our former team will be looking to knock us out. We have not made it to the semis of the competition yet in 6 seasons, so we really could do with winning that competition this year. The Premier League seems as if it is pretty much wrapped up with 8 games to play. That is just a matter of time. We do kick off today's video with a trip away to Carrow Road before the first leg against Roma. So the good thing about our games in the Premier League now is that we pretty much know that the title is wrapped up. It's just a matter of when, not if. So that does mean that when we know we have these big Champions League clashes, we can just rest everybody and sleep well knowing that they will be nice and fit for whatever midweek clashes we have. So in this one, we've made, I think, 10 changes to the team. Here's Tony, round the corner to Para. Has Carney in support. Carney for 1-0, buries it into the bottom corner. And if you remember back to the beginning of the season, Carney had a knack for turning up with goals. His rich vein of form didn't last for too long and he has slowed down. But he does provide a goal threat when he does start. Good hold-up play by Augustin Para. And Carney is back on the score sheet for the Blues just before the break. Chilwell making the run down the left. He's had a really good game, which is good to see. Pegs it back to Ivan Toney. What a brilliant finish from Ivan. Chilwell with the assist. He's been brilliant today. And it's good to see him returning back to fitness. Really good little cutback from Chilwell, and Tony just opens it up onto his right foot and bends the ball into the far corner. That will probably do it for today, as we now lead by 2, and it's a long task for Norwich to get back into this. Well, a couple of changes for us here, and one of them, you see him there, Raheem Sterling back on the pitch for Chelsea. For the first time in, I think, was it 7 or 8 months that he went down for? But it's been a long time since anyone has seen him in a Chelsea shirt. And here he goes. Surely not. Denied the initial chance, but we've kept it alive here. Brozovic, now Sterling. Round the corner to Carney, squares it to Osimhen. And you know there's always going to be a goal for this man, even off the bench. I think one of his first touches, if not the first touch, since coming onto the field. And he turns it into the back of the net for 3. I do really want to see out the game with the clean sheet. You know what we have been like with clean sheets this season since we adjusted the sliders. We've not had many of them. But we are going to get one here today, and that is perfect preparation for the big clash against Roma. It's coming up next. It's going to be insane. Right then, guys, it's time for this Champions League quarter-final. The first leg is at home at Stamford Bridge. I do think that we're going to need an aggregate lead to take to Rome, so this is a really big game. Can we get ourselves in the lead for the second leg? Let's get into it. It's Chelsea against our former team, Roma. Here we go then, guys, at the bridge. Man, I am nervous for this. As I mentioned in the little intro, I feel like we need to have a lead to take back to Rome. Edouard Mendy wearing the armband for Roma back at Chelsea, where he spent quite a few years in this career mode. We are, of course, looking to make it to the semi-finals for the first time in this career mode. I can't believe we've never been to the semis with the amount of good teams that we've had and the amount of domestic success we've had. But this is our chance. This is such a big game in the Champions League. So here is our team, as you would probably expect us to be lined up in our 5-3-2 that we have currently been using. This is probably our strongest team at the moment, and here is the Roma team. A lot of players have moved on since we were there, but they are still very strong. 3 former Chelsea players, 4 if you include Jamal Musiala, returning to the bridge tonight. It's got everything to be an absolute cracker. Who is going to take the first step to the semi-finals here at the bridge? I think we have to just try and control the game like we did against Hoffenheim, get hold of that ball, keep it, wait for opportunities. There could potentially be an early one here, but we're not going to force things. We've both lined up in the same shape and the same system, so it's going to be really interesting to see which sort of battles and players come out on top. As here is Kai Havertz, Pedri linking up with Victor Osimhen, and out to Malo Gusto down the left. Chance to lift one in. Cucurella got a touch. Comes out to Declan Rice on the edge, and his shot is parried behind by Mendy. Just need to keep it calm, control the game like we did against Hoffenheim. Do you know what? I think we actually missed the natural left foot of Chilwell, as here's Victor Osimhen to give us the lead. The former Napoli man against the Italians. And Victor Osimhen, on this crazy goal-scoring season that he's having, scores another huge goal in the Champions League. Havertz round the corner to Osimhen, and you cannot give him a chance from that sort of range, because he will punish you every time. Edouard Mendy at full stretch, but nowhere near Osimhen's strike. It's 6 in 4 in the Champions League. Enzo to swing the corner, and Godfrey attacks it. And there is the whistle. If anything, we should be more than the 1 goal up. We've been really good in this first half, and we deserve our lead. Osimhen's goal separates the sides at the break. Pedri now finds Osimhen. It's back to the Spaniard, and he has Reece James on the overlap. Looking to dink one into Havertz. It's a difficult header, and he does really well to generate the power and head towards goal. We've been brilliant in this one. I think we need a second goal. Here's Havertz. Pokes it through to Osimhen. Still Osimhen. Victor, big save from Mendy again. I still feel like whilst we're on top, we need a second goal. Can we find a way past Mendy for a second time? Osimhen into Malo Gusto. Checks back and finds Osimhen again. Now Pedri. Man over is Declan Rice for 2, and Declan bends it home. And there is our second goal. I said that we needed it, and we've got it. Declan Rice with his first goal since returning to the club. Well, not a lot to report in that final 20 minutes, but Declan Rice's second goal gives us an extra margin going to Rome. That is a huge goal in the race to get to the semi-finals. Against our former team, we are halfway there. We've got West Ham next in the league before that return leg at the Stadio Olimpico. Here we go then, guys. It is West Ham next at home. Back at Stamford Bridge once again, and we've rotated heavily again. We're slightly stronger than we were in the previous league game away at Carrow Road, as West Ham are having a good season, currently sat in 7th, and we didn't want to underestimate them, but we have all eyes on that Champions League Quarter Final second leg, so there are still a lot of changes out there. Declan Rice had to take a seat on the bench against his former team. Really making a good run down the left. He's gone offside now, but here's Ivan Toney looking to send his English strike partner Marcus Rashford. Just as I say, he's playing for his future. He gets us underway here at Stamford Bridge. Marcus Rashford, big goal for him. Back amongst them. It's a really good run from Rashford. We know that he's got that pace, and he is back on the score sheet. It is 8 in 22 in the Premier League. It's quite a good record for someone who has played mostly from the left and off the bench, so I can't really complain. And Brozovic gets a foot in. That will do it for the first half. And we're 45 minutes away from another clean sheet. We've been a lot better in the last couple of games. Here come West Ham, beginning of the second half, looking to find a way back into the game. But Ivan Toney doing the dirty work. And now Brozovic with a brilliant ball through to Rashford. Chance for his second, and Marcus bends it home for 2. We are on the road for another victory here. Brilliant bit of play from Ivan Toney, working back, putting the challenge in, and then Marcelo Brozovic, who has struggled for game time recently, but now playing this 3 in midfield, is getting minutes in the Premier League. Brilliant through ball into Rashford, and Rashford just about bends it past the keeper into the side netting to make it 2. But KWP does really well. Now Rashford into Brozovic. Chance for him to hit one, and it's nearly what I think would have been his first goal for the club. Here is Declan Rice, managed to get onto the pitch against his former team. Of course, scored that all-important second goal in the previous game as West Ham get in behind our defence here, and Benoit with some really good defending to stop that chance. Osimhen making the run, and he will get there, Victor. It's a brilliant ball over the top, and Osimhen in behind. It's a good save by the keeper who managed to make it back in time. No goal for Osimhen today, but he was on the bench for the majority of the game, being rested for this big second leg away in Rome. It's time to get to it as we close in on the Premier League with another victory. Here we go then, guys. Second leg, and it's one change for the home side, Roma, with Molina coming in on the right. We are unchanged from the first leg as we look to see out the game and make it through to the semi-finals for the first time. I've just noticed actually Paulo Dybala starting in this one as well. So 2 changes for Roma. If we can see it out like we did against Hoffenheim, we will make it to the semi-finals, as I mentioned, for the first time in the save. Well, by the looks of it, this is my 50th match in the Champions League. Interesting stat that. Still yet to win it. Here's Edouard Mendy looking to build from the back here, Roma. Schlotterbeck. Oh, and Pedri nips in. Can he get there before Destiny? No, he can't. But Roma not really getting anywhere here as they're looking to play out from the back. Mendy forced to go long. Rice wins the header though, and Chelsea have possession of the ball again. 10 minutes till the half. Not really many chances, but we don't mind that. Here's Pedri. Oh, wins the free kick there, Pedri. It's quite a long way out, but I fancy this. It's Reece James from range. Oh, it's not far away. Bloody hell, that had Edouard Mendy scrambling. Reece James is good from range. And, oh, that is mightily close. I think Mendy would have just about got there. But Reece James from a long, long way out, nearly opening the scoring in spectacular fashion. Best chance of the game, that. It's a really good put in from Levi. Now Rice leading the charge, runs into Nico. But wins the free kick. Not sure that was a foul for me. I see Osimhen on the run. Victor Osimhen didn't quite connect with it. And that, alongside the chance for Reece James, had been the best of the half. If Osimhen had got hold of that, Edouard Mendy may have been in trouble. And we're ending the first half strong here. Well, as we kick off the second half, we are 45 minutes away from the Champions League semi-finals. And we have a 2-0 aggregate lead still. Those 2 chances, first for Reece James and then for Victor Osimhen. The only 2 real clear-cut chances for either team in the first half. And we are in a really good position here to make it to the semis as Osimhen finds Chilwell. Tight angle, comfortable for Mendy. As Reece James does really well to win that header. And we come forward down the left-hand side. James into the penalty area. Still James, great ball control. Pedri to wrap it up. Misses the target. Marcus Rashford is going to come on, knowing that he can stretch the back line of Roma, who I think may have changed formation here potentially. And as Chilwell gets away down the left, can he pick out Victor Osimhen? It's a great ball. Victor sends us to the semis. What a ball by Chilwell. And that is what I meant about having that natural left footer down that side. Whips it in first time. Behind Eric Garcia, Osimhen ghosts in and heads down past Mendy, and that will do it. Chelsea will be in the hat for the semi-finals. We've been so much better defensively in the last few games. Roma have had nothing here. We've been so good at the back. We haven't really squandered any chances, but here is Paulo Dybala. Levi with the tackle. We've just been solid. No one's been able to get past us in recent weeks. Well, that is the end of Victor Osimhen's evening. He's done exactly what we needed from him out there. Scored the goal that has secured it for us and sent us through to the semis. As here goes Kefren Turam, denied by Ramsdale. We've not conceded for a long time now. It must be a good few hours in all competitions. And as we look to keep that record alive, as Tammy Abraham's header is brilliantly kept out by Ramsdale. Here's Tammy again. Raspadori. Oh, gets it through to Kefren, who will score. Roma back on level terms. One lapse in concentration at the back. And it's Kefren Turam, the man who we've been keeping tabs on all the way throughout the series, but never used, who does give Roma the equaliser. They need another 2, and they've not got long to find them. Well, Roma are not going to get the chance to score those goals that they needed. And it will be Chelsea progressing through to the semi-finals, although Paulo Dybala looking to win the game on the night. This will be the last chance for the home side. Corner is played in, but Godfrey clears. And that, I'd imagine, will do it. And Chelsea now confirmed to be in the semi-finals. It's the first time that we have made it all series long. But who is it that we will face? So as with the quarter-final draw, I believe this Friday will have seen the draw be made. Who is it that we will face in the semis? It's AC Milan. What an interesting tie, because they obviously inflicted our biggest defeat of the entire save earlier on in the year. We've got a good record against them across the save, so I feel sort of confident about it. But they did batter us 6-0 away at the San Siro in the group stage. That is a really interesting tie. And on the other side of the semi-final draw, Juventus against another of my former teams, Bayer Leverkusen. Imagine if we face them in the final. We've got to get there first, and the semis against AC Milan will come in the next episode. So guys, we are going to close out today's episode with a trip to the Vitality Stadium down on the south coast. And apparently, according to the commentary team, we can wrap up the title today. I'm not sure it's true, because by my calculations, we have a 15-point lead, and there is 18 points up for grabs, including this match day. This is match day 33. So we've played 32, 6 to play, 18 points. With a 15-point gap, obviously, it is possible to extend that beyond reach from Manchester United, but you also have to take into consideration the goal difference. So in theory, although we have a significantly better goal difference, if both teams win today, it'll be a 15-point gap with 5 to play. So they'll need like a 50-goal swing, but it's still not technically done in my books. Apparently, according to the commentary, it can be done. We'll go out there and just try and do our job and win. And we'll see what happens come the end of the game. We have gone relatively strong out there today, but there are also a few changes to the lineup. So, you know, I'm being fair and giving players minutes towards the end of the season. But to be honest, as I've mentioned previously, we know it's just a matter of time until this Premier League is officially wrapped up. It's been won for a long time. Oh, Enzo's had his pocket pinched there, and big chance, and what a save by Aaron Ramsdale. Still not cleared, and Godfrey nods away. Huge save from our number one. And still they come forward, Bournemouth. They've started pretty well here. Badiashile gets a little toe in. Godfrey did win it, but now gives it away to Pepelu. Godfrey again not strong enough, and what a strike to give Bournemouth the lead. There'll be no title celebrations today with strikes like that from Kiefer Moore of all people. Brilliant strike from the Welshman right into the far corner. We've not really got going today. So not a very good half from Chelsea. And United are currently being held to a 1-1 draw by Arsenal at the Emirates. So I genuinely have no idea what that means in terms of the title. My maths is not that good to work it out on the spot. But I think as long as we lose, we can't win it today. Here's Tav. Good feet from Marcus Tavernier. And Ramsdale has to push it behind for the Bournemouth corner. Not had our obligatory goal from Victor Osimhen, but here he does come forward. Victor Osimhen, great turn of pace. Osimhen, good save by the keeper. Well, a couple of changes for us there as we have not been good enough today. And Bournemouth looking to come forward again. Tony Rudiger just about gets there, but it comes back to Tav and it's just wide from giving Bournemouth the 3 points. We've been second best here today on the South Coast. Do we have enough in the tank to rescue a point? Brilliant football from the Cherries as they look to seal the victory, and Ramsdale again has to push the ball behind. Corner's whipped in, Ivan Toney wins it, and now Osimhen can release substitute Michael Elise. And he will get away here, Elise, down the right hand side. Can he pick out a teammate? He can. Victor Osimhen. Loads of room out wide for Chilwell. And a chance to swing the ball into Tony. Oh, what a strike from Ivan, who does rescue a point for us. It's the substitutes who combine. It's Chilwell to Tony. And Ivan's acrobatic left-footed strike will rescue us a point here. Ball in by Chilwell over Osimhen and Tony on the left peg. What a hit. Well, I think that will do it here on the South Coast. It does finish Bournemouth 1, Chelsea 1. Are there full-time celebrations as if we've won the trophy? It doesn't look like it. I think we will have to wait. Well, fair play to Bournemouth. They were really, really good here at the Vitality. And there is no trophy celebration. So I guess that means we will have to wait. We can lift it in front of our home fans against Wolves in the next episode, though, I believe. Well, guys, that will do it for today's episode. Just to confirm, the title not quite won yet. Both Manchester City and Manchester United 15 points behind us. But even just a point in the next game at home to Wolves will see the title confirmed. We will also have the chance in the next episode to make it to the Champions League final with both legs of the semi against AC Milan coming as well. That is where we will end it for today, guys. Make sure to tune in for the next one as it's going to be a big one. I hope to catch you for it very soon, and peace.